Hello, very good morning and welcome to Athavan newspaper highlights. Today Tuesday, 5th of April 2016. I am Edward Udedas Devasagayam Pillai with the newspapers of today for the highlights. The main headline of the Daily Mirror says, why no autopsy held on Venerable Sobitha Thera? Magistrate calls for full medical report immediately. Eminent medical experts in probe panel. Colombo Chief Magistrate Jihan Pillapitiya yesterday ordered National Hospital Director Dr. Anil Jayasinghe to conduct a full inquiry comprising a group of eminent medical experts on the failure to conduct a proper autopsy into the death of late Venerable Maduluwabe Sobitha Thera and to submit a comprehensive report to court soon. Another highlight says, my son's life in danger in Anuradhapura prison now. The Frontline Socialist Party activist Kumar Kunaratnam's mother, Rajamani Kunaratnam, yesterday requested the government to give Sri Lankan citizens to her son and ensure his safety during the imprisonment. Speaking at a media briefing organized by the SFP, Ms. Gunaratnam said she was afraid of her youngest son's life after he was transferred from Kegol prison where he was detained for 5 years to the Anuradhapura prison without giving a fair or proper reason. Another highlight says, effective from April 1. Private hospitals to be under scrutiny. Surgeons at private hospitals are required to monitor the recovery of a patient after a surgery and stay with the patient for a minimum of 1 hour according to a new circular issued by the Health Ministry. Arjuna urges President and Prime Minister to dissolve Cricket Board. Ports and Shipping Minister Arjuna Ranadunga yesterday urged President Maithripala Sirisena and Prime Minister Ranil Wickremesinghe to dissolve the Cricket Board with immediate effect and appoint an interim committee under him. Secondly, let's move to Daily News. Nearly 1,200 Indian kidneys removed in Sri Lanka. Operations done in accordance with the law. Council. Transplants done by highly trained surgeons. The council appearing for the defense of the Indian nationals who had their kidneys surgically removed in Sri Lanka told Colombo Chief Magistrate Jihan Pillapitiya yesterday that around 1,200 Indians had donated kidneys in Sri Lanka within the last 3 years and done in so accordance with the prevailing laws of the country. Panama Papers. Huge leak alleges elite hiding money. Several major media outlets have published the results of an investigation into the financial dealings of a rich and powerful based in a vast trove of documents handed over by an anonymous source. The International Consortium of Investigative Journalism, a non-profit group in the US, said the cache of 11.5 million records detailed the offshore holding of dozens current and former world leaders as well as businessmen, criminals, celebrities and sports stars. Eradication of mistrust vital for country's forward march. Rwanda. Suspicion and mistrust among ethnic groups should be eradicated to move forward as a country and moreover to create a good support and coexistence among all communities, Defence State Minister Ruwan Wijewardena said. The State Minister was participating in a ceremony organized to hand over keys of newly constructed houses in Vaunia on Sunday. Court calls for analytical report on Chabagacheri explosives. Colombo Additional Magistrate Arune Artikala yesterday ordered the Terrorist Investigations Division that a government analyst's report be obtained regarding the suicide jacket and explosives found inside a house in Chabagacheri. Finally, let's move to Ceylon today. Main drug dealer arrested. Muwaz Mohammed had ordered heroin worth 1 billion rupees. Muwaz Mohammed, one of the main suspects in connection with the 110 kilos of heroin that was confiscated from a ship last week, was arrested yesterday morning at the Bandaranaike International Airport while returning from India, police said. Meanwhile, 16 suspects have already been arrested so far in connection with this haul. Police said 2 of the suspects surrendered to the Police Narcotic Bureau through a lawyer. President opens luxury hotel in Jaffna, puts national security fears to rest. At a time when most are talking about national security in the country being in peril, President Maithripala Sirisena declared open a luxury hotel in Jaffna on 3 April. The hotel, which is owned by a popular hotel chain in the country, has been built in the heart of the Jaffna town. And the highlight says, cooler times ahead. Heat wave is gradually abating. Intermonsoonal conditions are gradually setting in over the island, according to the meteorological department, effectively ending the dry season which has adversely affected the country this past month. According to the Met department, showers or thunder showers are expected at several places after 2 p.m. With that, let's come to an end of today's paper highlights. We will come with more news tomorrow morning. Thanks for listening to Athavan News Paper Highlights.